How to change your relationship beliefs step by step. Hey guys, hope you're well. And in this video, I will be talking about how you can change your relationship beliefs in a step by step manner. I am actually making this video on an urgent basis. This is a video that I'm just recording and it's going to be posted tomorrow because I usually prepare my content way back. But what happened is last Sunday I posted this video where I got a lot of DMs from people. I posted a success story where I mentioned about how one of my one-on-one clients manifested an engagement with her specific person. If you haven't watched it, go back. That video will teach you a lot. And there I mentioned that this girl, even after manifesting the full relationship in her life, was still struggling. She still sabotaged the relationship because eventually she hasn't and she didn't at that time worked on her relationship beliefs. So I got a lot of DMs from people asking me that, Karan, this happens with me too. I end up manifesting the relationship that I want. I end up getting movement from my specific person, but I'm never able to maintain it. I'm never able to hold on to it because as soon as this movement comes in, there is something that just happens in me and I'm not able to control myself. It feels that I become very impulsive and I just start doing the same things again. And that is one place that I don't want you guys to be, because what happens is, even though you must have heard you can manifest anything that you want, even if you have failed you can manifest anything that you want, and you can, but every time a situation works better, then it goes back into a same place. It makes you feel worried and your anxiety will increase. So theoretically it doesn't become difficult, but practically it does become more difficult every time you keep on involving yourself into these patterns, because your mind's alarm system gets more and more triggered. You get more and more susceptible to being triggered by similar situations, and that is why working on these beliefs is important. At the end of this video, I will also share this one beautiful activity. This is something one of my clients recently told me. She said something and I included this as an activity here because I know that you guys will love it and you will get a lot of benefit from it. So the first way and the first starting point in getting rid of any beliefs or trying to change any beliefs is to first identify what the belief is. So step 1, identify the beliefs. Let me tell you how you can identify your relationship beliefs. Just sit, do a set of breath work. You can just go and do one set of Wim Hof breath work, then close your distractions, just sit calmly with yourself. Have a pen and a piece of paper. And don't do this on your phone. Have a pen and a piece of paper. It will make you feel more focused. Set a timer for yourself. And for the next 10 minutes, whenever you do it, write down exactly each and everything that you feel, you believe about the concept of relationships. So when I tell you a relationship, what do you think about it? What are the first thoughts that you get when you think about a relationship? It doesn't just have to be a romantic relationship. You can think about your relationship with your friends. You can think about your relationship with your parents. You can think about your social life. You can think about your romantic partners. Anything, any form of relationship. You can even think about your relationship with life. How is my relationship with life in general? And just write down what are the things that you come up with. Now, what will happen is, first at the start, you will write down many things. And after 10 to 15 points, you will actually start writing the same things that you have written in the first few points in a different language. So let's say you will write down, I feel life is not fair. Then you will say, I feel life is not just. Things like that. So it will keep on repeating. I want you to not limit yourself. Write as much as you want, as many points as you want, and you can do this activity taking your full time. If you feel 10 minutes is not enough, I know it would be, but if you feel 10 minutes is not enough, take more time. After you have written it down, now what I want you to do is I want you to read all of these points and I want you to ask yourself, what are the common traits in all of these points? Now what will happen is, you will come out with a few common traits. So let's say you have written down 30 points. As you find the common traits, you will find out that there are 3 to 4 common traits. Now I will give you an example so that you can do it better for yourself. Let's say I have written down, life is not fair for me. I feel people leave me. I feel people cheat on me. If you truly think about it and you will truly find the root cause of it, for the second 2 points, you will see the root cause is, I have trust issues. Simple, right? So I have trust issues. That is why I believe people will leave me. I have trust issues. That is why I believe people will cheat on me. I have trust issues. That is why I feel life will not be fair for me. Things like that, right? And I don't want you to think too deeply into this, right? You can take your time, but don't put yourself down if you're not able to do a bang up job on the first try. This can take a few attempts. That's completely fine. After you have written that down, so write down the root causes after each and every belief, right? This is a time consuming activity, I know, but it's also important for you, so do it, give it that time. Write down each and every core belief that you find out after the points, the sub points that you have mentioned. After that activity is done, just take the core beliefs and write them down on a different page. So let's say you have 3 to 4 core beliefs that come out. Now, the next step to do is ask yourself, why do I believe it? Now, let me tell you the reason of understanding why do I believe it is important. Because for some people, getting rid of that belief is changing the current belief. But for some people, going back and understanding that the place that I learnt that belief from is not valid. I will help you understand this with the help of an example. So let's say I am someone who really wants to go to Australia. But I don't go to Australia because I have this belief that in Australia there are big spiders and there are big creatures and there are dinosaurs, right? So let's say I believe in Australia there are dinosaurs. And because of this belief, I have prevented myself from going to Australia ever. I have never allowed myself to go to Australia, right? If I look back and if I truly think about it, this belief has guided my life for years and I have kept following it for a long period of time. A big way through which I can abandon that belief is one, going to Australia. But what if it's too scary? What if I'm too scared to go to Australia because I feel if I go there, a dinosaur will eat me? So what I can do is I can go back and I can genuinely find out where did I develop this belief from. So if you feel asking this question will help, do that. So let's say in my opinion, I got this belief from a cartoon that I saw when I was younger, where I saw that this place was Australia and there were dinosaurs. Now immediately I can decrease the validity of where I got this belief from, right? Similarly, you will see that a lot of beliefs that you have and a lot of beliefs that you have developed are actually there because of something that you learned from either a book or a movie or a friend who was going through a terrible experience themselves. Or these beliefs are built from your parents who themselves, in your opinion, don't have the relationship that you want, or some relative who went through something, right? And at that age, we are not smart enough to question. We are not smart enough to question what belief to believe in and what belief to not believe in, because of which we end up believing in everything, right? Especially the things that make us feel scared. That is why we somewhere believe in ghosts when we are younger. Now, I don't know if you believe in ghosts. I don't know if they're real. I'm just giving that as an example. So after you do that, after you find out why, write down, is the place that I learned this belief from valid? Just like a cartoon cannot be a good direction of helping me understand if there are dinosaurs in Australia, right? After this, I want you to write down what are the actions that I'm taking that are because of this belief. So let's say in my example, the actions that I'm taking is I'm never looking for videos on Australia because I'm worried. I'm never planning to go on Australia. I'm diminishing my want to go to Australia because I'm constantly worried that if I go to Australia, there will be dinosaurs, right? You must be doing similar actions. So maybe that is why you're not putting yourself, let's say you're worried that you will be rejected and people will cheat on you. That's why you're not fully open to commitment. You're constantly chasing people who are rejecting you. You're not open to going on dating sites, for example. The next step, which is the easiest step on paper, is to flip it. So after you have found out your 4, 3, 5 core beliefs, write down what the opposites of those are. Then create affirmations for those. So let's say the belief is I believe people will cheat on me or I have trust issues. Then the belief opposite to that can be I fully believe in my ability to trust people. That can be a good counter affirmation for that. Write down these affirmations and you can do these affirmations. Don't make them more than 5 to 6. You can do these 10 to 15 minutes 2-3 times a day. That is a good starting point. Then write down what are the actions that you should start taking because now these beliefs are true. So if I trust people, I would be open to being vulnerable. If I trust people, I would put myself out there. If I trust people, I would never stick on to people who keep on rejecting me. These are the actions that I would end up doing. Start doing this. Do this for a month and you will automatically see how your relationships get better, not just your romantic relationships, but all relationships. Now I will give you the consolation activity. So the other day what happened is one of my clients she had to cancel a session at the end moment, and I asked her what happened, and she said, my son is constantly crying, and because of which I cannot take a session, right? And at that time, of course, we rescheduled. I told her, please take care, and we ended the conversation. So a few hours later, I texted her with the next time that I can connect, or the next date that I can connect, and I asked her, is your son okay now? And she said this one thing to me. She said, yeah, I just held him. I think he just needed to be held. And I told her, you know what, why don't you do that to yourself? Because this is a client who is suffering from abandonment issues in her life. And I told her, why don't you do that to yourself? Why don't you hold yourself once? Why don't you make yourself feel that universe, God, subconscious, whatever you believe in is holding you? Just for once, let go of control. See how good that makes you feel. So try this one too. This will make you feel very, very good. It will make you feel embraced. It will make you feel confident. So I hope that this video helps you. I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a great day.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share if you liked the video. The link for my one-on-one coaching, my self-help courses, and my free newsletter are in the description box below.